Schools today will be closed due to the chance of wind. Back in my day, there are 10 tornadoes outside. Go in the hallway and put this book over your head. We'll be having pizza for lunch. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Akornz. And today is Friday, which means it's time for Gen X and Millennial memes, where we finally remember all the things that we didn't even know we forgot about. If you like this series and want to help support the channel, please watch this video to the end. Hit that like and subscribe, and share this video with your family, friends, and social media. We have some good memes and memories today. But first, school is now in session, and here's today's pop quiz. What was the name of this product? If you know, drop it in the comments. We'll come back to the answer later on in the show. Rare photo of a remote control from the 70s. The first time I ever got catfished, I wanted the Gobstopper from the movie. Yeah, that was a real letdown. Someone out there on the internet found the original booklet that came with the original Nintendo system version of Tetris. And, hold on to your hats, people, the blocks have names. Did any of you guys know this? I have never seen this before. Remember when your TV was a piece of furniture in your home? Yeah, and like most furniture back then, it'd take anywhere between 2 and 4 people to move it. From everything that I've seen and heard, it looks like this is going to happen. And from what they've said, most of the original cast are going to be reprising their roles. But what do you guys think? Should they make the Goonies too? Drop it in the comments. Looks like they were out to unalive Jeffrey. I like the guy in the background just standing there laughing. How many of you guys remember these similarly styled bird water whistles? You basically would fill this thing with so much water down here in the bottom until it reached a certain point. If you got too much, you had to dump some out because it wouldn't work. But when you had the water level right, it would make what sounded like bird calls. I thought I'd be trendy and try one of these alternative milks. I don't know what a magnesia is, but it made my cornflakes taste horrible. Those cornflakes might have tasted horrible going in, but in about 30 minutes or so, they're going to be way worse coming out. Fun for the entire family. I have never faked sarcasm in my life. No, it just comes natural. I really think it's time to take warning labels off of everything and let stupidity work itself out. I don't think society would survive the aftermath. The next time I hear words salt and ice, it better be a margarita recipe. William Zabka is a better actor than Ralph Macchio. Changed my mind. I have to agree. Besides, he's Tyler's father, and we gotta support the YouTube community. If you're cold, they're cold. Bring them inside. I don't know why this slide is in here, but all of you down around the coast, if you get any snow, you gotta remember this. Does anyone remember Speedy Gonzalez's cousin, Slowpoke Rodriguez? Yep, sure do. Was in some good episodes. Teens today walking into school with their mocha iced latte extra caramel. And my generation used to smuggle liquor in water bottles. Rookies. They are 76 years old. First appeared in 1949. Looney Tunes is one series that has stretched across most of our generations. This was sent in by one of our viewers, Jim, And this is his Cheetos Big Cheese Club membership card that he got when he was 27 years old in 1981. And he said that he noticed some months later that the membership qualifications printed on the Cheetos bag changed to exclude adults. Well, thanks a lot, Jim. You ruined it for all the rest of us. No, but seriously, this is a great little piece of memorabilia. How about all the rest of you guys here? Were any of you members of the Big Cheese Club? Let us know down in the comments. When I was a young man, these were my weapon of choice. I'm old school. I believe in having good manners, respecting my elders, and helping others when I can. How many of you recognize this iconic 80s location? If you think you know where it's from, drop it in the comments. How many of us can still drive this? Oh, please. I like driving a stick shift, but I don't want to drive no big rig. This sandwich tastes like summertime in the 80s. I like either plain or barbecue chips on a sandwich rather than nachos. And even these days, if I make a lunch meat sandwich, I will put my chips on the sandwich. Do you guys still do that? The furniture my grandparents left me versus the furniture I'm leaving my grandkids. Sadly, this is basically true. Oh, Yellow Wendy's, how we miss you. At the start of the show, in today's pop quiz, I asked, what is the name of this product? If you said Mrs. Buttersworth, then you were correct. 100 points, A+. How many of you guys remember these type toys? I remember the old days when Snap, Crackle, and Pop were sounds that came from my cereal, not my body. Well, he might not have as much of a problem if he wasn't trying to take a hatchet to apparently strike a chisel with. Not sure what's going on there. When I was a kid, I used to draw the sun in the corner of the paper every time. Well, yeah, if you drew it in the center, you'd be staring at the sun. Mama's Family premiered 42 years ago. You can only rent 3. I would get Back to the Future, National Lampoon's Vacation, and probably War Games. What's the first 3 that you guys would rent? The city should hire the guy that salts the fries at McDonald's to do the roads. Yeah, especially with this snowstorm that's getting ready to move in. I'm glad I grew up with this and not this. Remember doing this in school? Yes, I'm sure that most all of us do. Laverne and Shirley premiered January 27th, 1976. I now know how it will all end for me. One of my kids will unplug my life support to charge their phone. The sad part is, I had a news article back a few weeks ago on the other main series on the channel, Laugh While the World Burns, I forgot what country it was, but somebody unplugged their family's life support in order to plug in a cooler, and they didn't make it. Yep, never forget what they done to Pluto. I was a superhero before it was cool. The taking a sick day from school in the 1980s starter pack. I had completely forgotten about those Ludens or Ludens, however you pronounce that, those cherry cough drops I had. They were just like candy. Any of you guys remember those? I remember playing Monopoly with the old game pieces. The dog, the car, and the hat are similar. I don't know what they did to the battleship, nor where a cat came from, let alone the gold pieces. A duck, a T-Rex, and what is that supposed to be? Penguin? If you know what this is, then you're watching the right channel. If you get this, you had an awesome childhood. And if you get it, drop it in the comments. Real Nintendo 64 gamers know which game he was playing. Alright, Millennials, if you know which game it is, drop it down in the comments. I'd like to know. Me leaving for work at 8:15, hoping to get there by 8 o'clock. Some people will have no idea. Who was the most evil kid from the past? I'll let you guys be the judge of this one. How many of you guys remember Taco Bell when they had the fire pit out front? The flame goes out at Taco Bell. Taco Bell announced today that effective immediately, its famous and well-recognized gas flame patio fire pit will be turned off for the duration of the impending energy crisis. November 28th, 1973. I'm this old. Gen X has even forgotten in the memes. But that's okay. We're used to working alone. When you don't want to get up and pee because you're comfy, but you can't sleep because you got to get up and pee. It's pretty bad, but we all know it's true. Back in my day, there was so much toilet paper and eggs that we would throw them at the houses of our enemies. Just look at that and think how expensive that is. Of course, with the price of eggs, they'd be a lot worse. Unless you have chickens and therefore have your own eggs. Like a lot of you guys have left in the comments in the past couple of weeks, that many of you do raise your own chickens. And that's great. I think a lot more people should. We also have chickens as well. I only look at the prices of the eggs at the store just to see what they've went up to. Our chickens lay so many eggs at times that we certainly can't eat them, so we have a couple different neighbors that we give them to also. And if you were going to throw an egg at someone, then I'd want it to be from chickens that's allowed to go and forage and given good quality food. Because, as all of you who raise your own chickens know, you could probably seriously injure someone with one of those eggs. With our chickens, the eggshells are so hard, you don't want to crack that egg on the side of a bowl, because there is a good possibility it could break the bowl. We crack them on the edge of a skillet or on the edge of the kitchen sink. And I'll end the video with this. My dad told me his password is Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, Pluto, Huey, Louie, Dewey, Dublin, because he was told his password had to contain 8 characters and at least 1 capital. I want to thank all of you who watched this video to the end, as it really helps to support the channel. If you like this series and want to see more, then please share these videos with your family and friends. And please consider hitting that like button, and if you haven't already, smash subscribe and click that bell so you'll never miss future episodes. Also remember that Saturday's video will be dropping tomorrow from our second channel. But I'll see you guys back here on this channel on Sunday's show. Until then, I thank you all for watching. You guys take care and stay safe this weekend. This is Akorn, over and out.